Hi guys, I wanted to do an updated makeup collection and storage video. My husband and I have recently moved into a duplex, so we have 2 bedrooms. One of them, of course, is our master. The other one is our guest bedroom, which is covered with stuff right now. And so this is our guest bedroom. My husband was looking for something a couple days ago and pulled boxes out of the closet, and I just didn't feel like putting them back in the closet in order to do this. So on this side, I have some of my craft stuff I need to figure out what to do with. We want to put a desk in our master bedroom for me to do like my card making and things. So my knitting stuff is over here, as well as the card making stuff. These are our wedding china containers that I need to put the china in and put them in the closet. This is makeup I've gotten rid of that needs to go in the garbage. This is a bag of stuff that I haven't used, sample things, stuff that I don't want and I'm never going to use, so I'm going to give that to my brother's girlfriend. And then just on the wall in here right now, I have this cowl painting that I got at, I think it's called Kirkland's in Chicago last year. I absolutely love this painting. My husband hates it, hence why it's in what is called my room. So there's 2 windows. One of them has blinds, the other one doesn't. I don't know why. And this is a cart that will go away when I get my card stuff set up. It just has a lamp sitting on it because there's no overhead lighting in this room. Actually, in any of the rooms upstairs for whatever reason. So the rug is from Target last year. The chair is from IKEA, and the desk is from IKEA, as well as the big, giant mirror in the background is also from IKEA. I think the chair was actually the most expensive of these 3 pieces. I think the chair was $80. The desk was on sale for $60 when they did their friends and family sale. And then the mirror was kind of the same thing. It was $40 or $50 on sale. And it actually is a pretty big mirror. It's longer than the desk actually is. And then over in the corner, these 2, this one is going to go in my purse with like my on-the-go makeup, and then this one has some MAC blushes and some Tarte ones from a holiday set that I want to depot so that they're not just free floating in my drawers like they were previously. So let's do the top first, I guess. The top is actually each side has 2 of these plastic double dividers. You can see the back side on the reflection of the mirror. So it's 2 divisions. They're only about 6 inches wide or long, which is pretty short. So I put 2 of them together, and then this side actually holds all of my blush and face palettes. So in the back I have the Benefit blush holiday palette, which I think is really cute, and they're coming out with another one this year, but since I have this one I won't feel the need to spring for another one. also in the back I have, this is the Park Avenue print, nope, Naked Flushed. Also something I didn't reach for that much. These were from the La Belle Carousel Too Faced palettes. I just have the Too Faced ones kind of stuck back in here. And then this one is the Anastasia Contour palette, which I also don't actually like. And then I have the really fat newer NARS blush palette. Here I have the newer Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzers. I think that's it between there. And then I have, this was from 2 summers ago, I think, the Too Faced Bonjour Soleil Tan palette. Too Faced, Tarte Blush palette from a couple years ago, and I've seen the preview of this year's, and it looks like they're doing this packaging again, this really thin packaging. I actually didn't pick up last year's or this past year's because the clutch was a good idea in theory, but it was just too bulky for me. This is the Lorac Pro Contour palette, which for powder, I much prefer this one compared to the Anastasia one. If I had waited and bought this one after it came out, I never would have bought the Anastasia one, but of course it's too late now. This is the Tarte Amazonian Princess palette. And then I have the Too Faced Selfie Powder palette and the Bare Minerals Bronzer palette. And then in front of that I have the Laura Mercier, this is the Contour palette, Cream Contour, which I really like. And then I have 3 NARS palettes that I just moved up from my vanity dresser drawers yesterday. Let's see, the first one is just my contour powder. I think it's just a basic color that's pretty matchy for my skin tone, especially since I'm not very pale, or I'm not very tan. This is a blush palette that they released quite a while ago, I think. Yeah, Brooklyn. And then this one is just the duo of Sin and Casino. So I'm going to leave those in the corner of this so that I remember to grab them. And then, so both of those are from Amazon. I wound up buying 4 of them, 2 for my blush and bronzers, 2 for my eyeshadow palettes. This, I bought 2 of these. It's one piece of acrylic that has handles on it with 3 sections. I filled each pot with the beading that I think most people use for their brushes. I have an extra bag here. So the last time that I bought it, it was this Ashland Decorative Fillers. That's all it really says. And I bought this from Michaels because I prefer Hobby Lobby, but I could not find it at Hobby Lobby, and I'd already had a bag of it, so I wanted it to match. And then in this one, as my face palettes are on this side, I decided to put my face brushes on this side. So I have my really large fan brush kind of stuck in the back. This is an IT Cosmetics brush that's really big. Most of my brushes are Sigma. This is one random Chanel one. 2 of the special edition dual fiber MAC ones from the Wash and Dry collection. This is a tapered Sigma one. and then I keep most of my Sigma Kabukis over here, which need washed. And then the Becca Reward brush I just have sitting back there, so it's just not sitting out on my desk. I do like to keep this whole desk part of it clean, which is kind of nice. And then in the middle, I have both of the, or two of them, it's not both of them, I have more. These are the Simple Human cosmetic mirrors. The bigger one is the 5 times magnification, the smaller one is the 10 times magnification. They have motion censored lighting, and it's bright enough that if I came in here in the dark and sat down, it will pick up your movement in the dark, and it's definitely bright enough that you can do your makeup in the dark. So I have both of those sitting in the center of the desk. I usually use the larger one most of the time. I use the smaller one if it's like fine detail work, like plucking your eyebrows or really trying to wing out that eyeliner or something. Behind it I have some MAC Fix Plus. The penguin thing is just a glass tray from Bath and Body Works last winter that was just really cute. I'm obsessed with penguins, so it just stays out all year round. I did have my high-end lipsticks on it, but you couldn't see the penguin design, so I took them off. This little statue was from Christy, or Creative Thoughts 27. She sent it to me when we did a swap, and it has stayed on my vanity wherever I have moved ever since then. So thank you, Christy. Behind my larger mirror, I have Aroma Water, which is a toner water from Lush. It smells like roses. And then recently I picked up the Supergoop Setting Mist with Rosemary, which I'm actually really liking so far. It doesn't have a really ridiculously strong scent of sunscreen, which is what I was afraid of. But so far I like it. And so then on this side, next to my 2 mirrors on the other side, I have all of my eye brushes. On the far left, this is the same handled plastic acrylic thing. These are more like detailed eye brushes, some blending brushes, some more finer ones, like tight lining ones. The middle's more of the fluffier ones, like the little ones that are the smaller dupes of the Sigma Kabuki ones. Those kind of live in here. This one is a newer one from MAC that I still haven't used. My eyebrow spoolie brush, the large fluffy eyeshadow brush, and then on this side, all my face brushes wouldn't fit in that one since they're so big, so back here I just have this kind of pointed one from Sigma that I use to set my under eye powder, 2 blush brushes, a smaller contouring brush, a smaller stippling brush, and then another dual fiber stippling brush that I've been using for highlight, and it's been working out well. And then kind of in the bottom of this, I just stick my beauty blenders because I don't know where else to stick them. So I just have the regular and the little one. And then on this side, like I said too before, I just have 2 of those plastic things, dividers. I leave the palettes hang out a little more since, like I said, that mirror is actually significantly longer than the desk, so you don't really notice it as much if you walked in here. In the back, I have one of the Tarte Holiday palettes that I don't use that much. This was last year's Too Faced palette, the Lorac Mega Pro palette, the chocolate palette, the original one. This was the, what was it called? Smashbox Hot on the Rocks or something, the larger palette. Naked 3. I have the Naked Smoky, which I just got. One of the Marc Jacobs palettes. A couple of the La Belle Carousel palettes from Too Faced just stuck in here. 2 smaller Too Faced palettes. This was last summer's a la Mode Eyes, and then this was, this past summer's with the macarons. On this side, I just have another Tarte palette. I forget what it was called, but it looks like the geode on the top of it. The smaller Smashbox on the Rocks palette. Newer Tarte palette with the poppy print. And this is just the small NARS All About Eyes palette. So that's all for the top of my desk with my mirrors. And then this desk has 2 pretty large drawers. So if I sit right in the middle, what's closest to me is all of my skin finishes. These are all bronzers from the last summer's matte collection. And then we have a couple of the Simpsons blushes, the Cinderella powder, the Riri, what are they called? Hibiscus Kiss, where it's the bronzer and the blush. I got both of the Osborne collection skin finish and bronzers. And then these are just skin finishes from various collections. My favorite is the Stereo Rose. That's perfect tapping. These are from the holiday collections 2 years ago, I think. What's this called? Center of Attention, and there's a darker one. And then behind that, I just have, way in the back, I have 2, you can't even see it, 2 Christian Dior cheek colors. These are both the Hourglass bronzers, one of the Hourglass blushes. This was the Christopher Kane NARS Hot Pink blush, which I've been wearing a ton lately. This was the Wild Honey Becca blush from the 500 Point Perk. Get up so I can show you easier. These are both of the Hourglass palettes, the blush and the regular ambient lighting powders. These are Opal by Becca and the Champagne Pop by what am I liking? Jaclyn Hill. And then I have one cream Chanel blush, one Tarte blush way in the back, and then that one Christian Dior blush that's supposed to change color based on your skin tone. And then the in-between section, I just have different skin perfectors that are more highlighters for my skin tone. Like this was the one that was new over this past summer. This one is Blush Pink. There it goes. And I have this one, which was from a summer collection a really long time ago. This is a newer one in the newer packaging with Lightscapade. Has like that tweed pattern to it. These are just a couple of the mineralized blushes that are kind of that rounder dome shape. This is Azalea, and then in the afternoon. So I have 6 of those, so I just leave those there. I'm not going to depot them. Then I have 2 Tarte cream blushes way in the back. And then over here I have 2 of the Too Faced Heart Boxed powders. This container has all my lip gloss from MAC, NARS, there's a couple Chanel ones. That's it. I'm not really a huge fan of lip gloss. I just went through and got rid of a ton of it that I've had for years, and I don't wear it, and it's getting kind of gross, so why keep it? Then I have one with lipsticks. This has the couple of the Urban Decay lipsticks that I have, a couple Too Faced Meltons, some OCC lip tars. These from Bare Minerals I really like. These were Too Faced from the holiday collection. A Marc Jacobs one that's pretty dark for me, but maybe I'll wear it in the winter. And a couple Amazonian powder polishes. And then this side has my lipstick. I won't go through and name them, but I do have mostly MAC lipstick, which covers up the entire first section. Then in between I did put my higher end lipsticks so they're standing upright. So I have 2 Tom Ford, the little ones from the Lips and Boys collection, 2 Givenchy, this was the limited edition one, and 1 regular in the black leather packaging in Rose Perfecto. A couple Chanel, and then a couple YSL, and then I have 1 holiday Dior one from a couple years ago. In the last section I just have more limited edition MAC lipsticks. A couple of the Cinderella ones, the Toledo, the newest summer MAC, one of the Riri's, Temperature Rising, whatever this collection was with the water droplets on it, and then a couple of the mineralized lipsticks in the back. So that is all for that drawer. Now we can go to this one. Let's start from the far left. So the far left was kind of like miscellaneous. I really wasn't sure where to put it kind of space. So I have my Chanel bronzer. I kind of wanted to leave it sit out on top because it looked pretty, but at the same time I also didn't want something sitting out on top, but I knew it needed to be uncovered where I could see it and reach for it. So this drawer is basically like foundation, mascara, eyeliner, so base stuff. So I figured it would be fine in here. And then I also have some lip products like the Christian Dior Rose Lip Balm, a Soap and Glory one that I like, the Dior Lip Glow. This was actually all I wore on my wedding day. I didn't wear any lipstick, just that. A Lush Santa's Lip Scrub. These were 2 of the eyeshadows from the NARS Christopher Kane collection just recently. I feel like they're small. I don't know where else to put them, but the packaging is pretty with the hot pink, so I really don't want to pot them just yet. Back here is a Chanel eyeshadow quad in the little velvet pouch. And then I have 2 of the round Tarte palettes that, well, round is different. They just don't go anywhere. Like, they wouldn't really fit. They would take up more space than they should since they're round and not square, so I don't want to put them up there. So I just put them down here. This is the IT Cosmetics Ombre Bronzer, which I really like. It's just really a big palette. In the back I have 2 double-sided MAC palettes, one for eyeshadows, one for blushes. So I'm actually going to undo those. I ordered some just one-sided palettes, not the double-sided. That way I can still look through the top and see what I'm looking at. So hopefully those will be here next week, and I'll be able to put them up on top in the palette organizer so that I actually use them. This was one of the MAC holiday collections from quite a long time ago with the snow globe looking thing on it. It's probably old enough I should throw it away, but I just can't bring myself to do it. The Naked Basics palette, which I never use, still same thing, probably should toss it, but I spent money on it, so I don't want to toss it just yet. This is the Smashbox like contouring palette. They put out one every year. I really love this palette, but it's so bulky and fat. You can pop the tabs out, and I did have them on top, but I wanted more room for other stuff, so I need to figure out some other place to stick that palette so that it's at least easy access. It's not really easy access behind this eyeliner box. Also in the back I have an extra travel MAC Fix Plus, a small fresh sugar lip polish, and then we'll go over here. This one just has eyeliners in it. I did go through and pare down a lot of them. It does have a couple lip liners in it. 2 fluid lines. One is in Black Chalk and the other is in Past Twilight. So I've really pared down on this quite a bit. And then I have this Benefit one for liquid, this MAC one that was from the Osborne collection, and then another MAC one which I must have put somewhere. In any case, the NARS ones are definitely my favorite. They really last the longest for me, I think. This is my eyeshadow primer drawer. I really should throw out these Sigma ones. I bought them and never used them. I feel like the packaging is extremely bulky, kind of wasteful, and I just don't reach for it. But maybe I'll use them at some point. My favorites are definitely the MAC paint pots. Right now I'm using this one by Benefit called No Pressure, probably the most. I did just get rid of a lot of my eyeshadow primers and buy some new ones because still something else that probably, I'm not too big on expiration dates, but certain things that you put on your face like mascara, eyeliner, cream products too specifically, I'll pay more attention to. Powder, not so much. I've never, knock on wood, never had a powder go bad or notice anything funky on it. Some of these other eyeshadow primers are, of course, the classic Urban Decay one, the Lorac Pro one that came with one of the kits. This was a freebie from Sephora during one of those spend $25, get a gift bag full of samples. This was one of the samples, and this stuff is my favorite, I think. Once I do run out, I will definitely purchase a full size of it. I do have a sample of the NARS. I don't know why, but this is just okay. It doesn't really wow me like it does some people. My next section is mascara, and you're probably like, good lord, why does she have this many tubes open? But I do. And believe it or not, I just threw out, I don't know, 5, 6 of them maybe. So first I have the Benefit Roller Lash, YSL Shocking, the Dior Addict, Chanel Volume Chanel. This is one of my favorites. Anastasia Last Genius. This is actually something you put on over your mascara to make it waterproof. I think it works pretty well. This one is Bare Minerals Lash Domination. This one I might actually throw out because I just don't really care for it. A mini Benefit They're Real, which of course pretty much everybody loves. Another sample, Makeup Forever, which is what I wore on my wedding day. Not that tube, but different one. Marc Jacobs, which I haven't tried this one yet. Perversion by Urban Decay, which I really do like. Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, which I still have not tried yet. I know a lot of people love it. Armani Eyes to Kill, which is definitely one of my favorite mascaras. It's probably tied between this one. This is the MAC Hot and Naughty 2 Black Lash, where you get two different spoolies. You can take this one, it's a skinnier one, and just unscrew both, and it's a thicker wand. That one is probably the one I reach for the most. This one is the Really Extended Play Giga Black Lash, which I've had but never actually put on. So those are all the mascaras I have. Some of them are nothing, but most of them are. I really need to pare down and figure out what my go-tos are and get rid of the rest of them because it's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, way back in the last drawer, I have a little towel to clean my Simple Human mirrors, eyelash curlers, another, what's this called, Fix Plus travel one, some scissors, some eyeshadow or eyeliner sharpeners, another eyeshadow sharpener. That's it, kind of stuck in that one. And then this one is kind of like my catch-all foundation concealer drawer. So I have the Pro Conceal palette, which I absolutely love this thing. I also have Supergoop CC Cream Daily Correct, which I've really been loving lately. It doesn't smell too much like sunscreen, even though it is SPF 40. It doesn't actually smell that bad. This one is just a little bite exfoliant, lip exfoliant. This also came in the Becca Epic Reward. It's the Under Eye Brightening Corrector, which I haven't actually tried yet. This is a mini Benefit What's Up highlighter that I haven't tried yet either. This is probably my ultimate favorite primer. It's the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I absolutely love this stuff. I'm extremely oily, so it works amazing. One of my favorite foundations is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere. In case you're wondering, I'm in the color I don't know what color I am. But I do like that foundation. I have a couple samples of it. Must be 30 beige because I have samples in the same color. These I just kind of keep on hand if I'm going to go on vacation. You're going to go out to one nice dinner. Like when my husband and I went to Aruba, I don't know, 2 years ago. I took one of them to put on when we went to a really nice fancy schmancy dinner. Otherwise, I didn't really bother to wear any foundation or tinted concealer or anything because you're just sweating at the beach, so what's the point? Next, I have the Bare Skin Bare Minerals. This one is in Bare Shell. I do really like this foundation. I have the brush somewhere. I do use it with the brush. This one is also a favorite of mine, the Face and Body Foundation. This stuff is, I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but it's definitely water resistant. If you sweat easily, especially on your face first, like I do for whatever reason, this stuff worked great. It hangs around. Could not recommend it more. Another favorite is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. This is if you want complete full coverage. I wear Rose Ivory. And I do have the Dior Skin Nude BB Cream. This stuff is pretty nice. I haven't used it in quite a while, but I did like it when I was using it. The foundation I'm using the most right now is definitely the super goop. Just because it's summer. I'm back in Ohio now, but it's definitely 90 degrees and ridiculous here. And hospital air conditioners are not able to keep up with it, that's for sure. So in the bottom section of the drawer, I have different concealers and things like that. So this is MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in NW20, which is what I am most of the time. It's a pretty good concealer. It's pretty water resistant. It doesn't really go anywhere once you put it on. I also have the MAC CC Prep and Prime, and this is the Illuminate, or the purple one. This is good to put under your eyes. I have a MAC Brow Gel in clear. The Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector Cream in light medium. This stuff I absolutely love. I don't know what I did to fix my under eye circles before I found this, but this stuff cancels it out. It lasts all day. It doesn't crease. It's truly amazing. It makes you look awake. It's insane. I also have the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat in the limited edition rose gold packaging. I'll be honest, haven't used this yet. I also have a Bite Beauty. This is just a small agave mask. It came with a little sample exfoliator stick in that. It's like a glass jar. It's like 15 bucks. Lip Rescue Kit, I think is what it's called. I also have MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base. This one is the MAC Select Cover Up in NW20. This is also a good concealer. Another MAC Prep and Prime Skin, which is the same thing, so I'll probably put that in my spot to go in my purse makeup. This is a sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish. Never used that yet. Well Rested Face and Eye Brightener from Bare Minerals. I was going to compare this to the Touche Éclat one because for whatever reason I really don't care for this one. I know a lot of people do, but it didn't wow me. And the Tarte CC cream definitely wowed me. And then I do have an Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in medium brown. And then I do have the freeze sticks that are part of the Smashbox contour kit, which these I do really like. My only complaint right now is I wish you could just buy the contour one, because I feel like the contour one I will personally go through much quicker than, you know, the highlighter or the bronzer one, because I feel like most people have contour bronzer colors or contour highlight colors, but the contour, did I say contour highlighter? Liquid highlighter or liquid bronzer, but the liquid contour that doesn't look like a bronzer, for me, is rather hard to come by, especially when you're that pale. It usually just looks orange or ashy or something. I don't know, it's weird. Sorry for all the noise, I'm just trying to get all this back where it goes. Put that stuff with the lip stock since that makes more sense. Alright. Okay, and then I thought I would just give you a quick overview of what everything looks like. Maybe with the drawers open. So here's the drawers open with all the desk space. And the right side of the chest open. And then the top, please excuse the mess in the background. So I think it looks really nice. I feel like it's finally perfect for me and for what I want it to look like. Especially once I finally found these acrylic containers from Amazon. I've always left my brushes on display like that, but I've never been able to have my palettes out on top. Previously, I just kind of had my palettes stacked on top and on their side and trying to be an artistic way, but it just didn't look good. Didn't work for me, and putting them in the drawers didn't work because then you don't remember what you have and what you need to reach for, and you're just winding up using the same thing. So I'm happy that I finally found those on Amazon and able to put them to really good use. So I would like to see your current setup and makeup collection. Thanks for sharing. Bye.